हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू अनदर वीडियो ऑफ माइंड मैप्स। आज हम बनाएंगे माइंड मैप्स ऑफ डिमांड फोरकास्टिंग। ओके, तो पहला चीज़ हमारा होगा कि डिमांड फोरकास्टिंग का व्हाट इज़ द नीड, क्यों करना है हमें डिमांड फोरकास्टिंग। ओके, सो फर्स्ट थिंग विल बी नीड। फिर व्हेन वी विल डू फोरकास्टिंग, किस बेसिस पे हम फोरकास्ट करेंगे। सेकेंड इज ऑन व्हाट बेसिस। फिर what are the factors that will influence, क्या steps होंगे of demand forecasting, टेक्निक्स क्या होंगे, लिमिटेशंस क्या होंगे, और लिमिटेशंस को ओवरकम करके क्राइटेरियाज जहां हम ठीक से डिमांड फोरकास्टिंग कर पाएंगे। ओके, सो नीड, बेसिस, फैक्टर्स, स्टेप्स, टेक्निक्स, लिमिटेशंस और क्राइटेरिया, these will be the main topics on which we'll have our mind maps. Is it clear? So first we'll have need. Need for demand forecasting का पहला point है to produce the desired output. As we all know, किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को प्रोडक्शन के लिए दे रिक्वायर लैंड, लेबर, कैपिटल एंड एंटरप्राइज। ठीक है, तो कितना लैंड लगेगा, हाउ मच लेबर, हाउ मच कैपिटल, टू डिटरमाइन ऑल दीज थिंग्स beforehand, and then we can produce the desired output. Number 2, assessing their probable demand. Number 3, पास्ट के सेल्स डेटा एंड करंट के ट्रेंड्स के हिसाब से वी कैन फोरकास्ट सेल्स फिगर्स with the use of demand forecasting. Number 4, we can have better control on businesses. Number 5, controlling inventory. As we saw in the second point, demand forecasting helps us to assess the probable demand. So if we can assess the probable demand, we will be able to assess the requirement for the raw material, for the semi-finished goods, so that we will have a control in the inventory. We will not spend too much, because the more the inventory will be there, the more expensive it will become to store. Number 6, assessing manpower requirement. So similarly, जैसे हम inventory will control, we will also assess manpower requirement, because we would know how much manpower we will need through demand forecasting. Okay, then we'll have ensuring stability and planning, import and export policies. I am not going very deep into the topic because my motive is to just create mind maps so that we will just remember the important points. If we remember the key points in need, basis, factors, then we can explain it ourselves if we have understood the topic. So demand forecasting can help government to plan if there is a surplus amount in domestic supply, then the government can plan to export it effectively, or else if there is any import required, even that government can do through demand forecasting. So these are our needs. Next we'll come to the basis. On what basis we can do the demand forecasting? So next is our basis. So there are three bases for performing demand forecasting. One is level of forecasting, whether we are performing the forecasting at the firm level or the industry level or economy level. फॉर्म लेवल में विल कंसंट्रेट फॉर वन पर्टिकुलर फॉर्म, मतलब पर्टिकुलर इंडिविजुअल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए व्हेन वी आर डूइंग द फोरकास्टिंग, इन दैट टाइम विल हैव द level of forecasting as the firm level. In industry level, different firms of the same industry, when we consider, the level of forecasting will be the industry level. And the economy level, when we'll consider the aggregate demand for production services in the economy as a whole, then it is economy level. Number 2, time period involved. Time period में we'll have two types. Either short term forecasting हो सकता है या फिर लॉन्ग टर्म फोरकास्टिंग हो सकता है. तो शॉर्ट टर्म फोरकास्टिंग विल बी नॉर्मली फॉर लाइक 1 year period, but long term will be 5-7 years around. Short term में we will be it will involve anticipating demand and will focus on short term decisions like some production policy formulation, promotional strategies making. But in long term will focus on very big decisions for a long term, like कुछ machinery replace करना है for example, then it will be a long term forecasting. Number 3, nature of products. Nature of products में क्या आएंगे? Either it will be consumer goods forecasting or capital goods forecasting. Just to say briefly about the difference between consumer goods and capital goods. Consumer goods are those goods जिनके the end user will be the consumer itself. Okay, but the capital goods are those goods that we will use for the production of consumer goods. Example, raw material. So in the next video we'll see the other points like factors and steps. Thank you.